Hello viewers, happy weekend. How are you guys doing today? Hope we are all having a nice time. The weekend is so great on my side. I am so excited to see today. So today we'll be deliberating on the topic, the impact of IT in our society today. What is IT? IT is talking about information technology, the information technology, the impact in what role has it actually played in our life today? Has it really impacted positively, or has it really created a lot of avenues such as jobs and all that for us? Or he has helped globally? In what terms has IT actually been of great help to you? So joining us today is Mr. AZ Azuka, all the way from US. He will be live with us on this program. He's a tech analyst. He's a web analyst as well. He does a lot when it comes to IT. And also we also have a web designer, Mr. Obini Fred, will be joining us live on this video broadcast. So feel free uh to join us in the comment section, wherever comment you want to comment, whichever aspect of IT has impacted in your life greatly. You could do us well by sharing a comment. You could do us well by sharing a comment. So, uh, joining us will be Obini Fred, and Mr. Azuka will be on this live broadcast. Okay, currently I see Obini Fred on the viewing section. Is one of our hosts and is a top great fan of IT technology. Is a really a great fan. So has IT really be of great help to you? For me, I will practically say yes, because currently there's so many things I could do now. Back then when you want to get things done and all that, there's so much stress in getting it all done. But I currently now with information and technology, you could get everything fixed at every given time. All right, let me bring Fred on board so that Fred uh, can introduce himself, what he feels about the information technology aspect of our world today. Okay, good. Fred, it's good to have you joining us now on this beautiful evening. Uh, I hope you are doing great. Okay. Uh, Mr. Azuka will be waiting for you to join the live stream. Oh, Fred, how are you doing today?
I'm
Hello,
good.
Mr. Fred.
Good
Can you hear
afternoon.
me?
Is it
Yeah,
evening
good
already?
afternoon.
All right, it's evening. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, good. It's good to have you finally on board. That's good.
Thank you.
Uh, oh, Fred, our topic today is related to information technology, the impact, the role uh, information technology has really impacted in us. So I wouldn't go so broad. So I want to ask you a very private question. Do you really think information technology, IT, has a role or has played a major role in your life today? Hello, I don't know if you got me straight. Did you get me?
Yes, for me, I would say yes because in a modern day, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
In a modern day world today, basically almost everything we do is related to IT. It's related to one program or the other, from going to the bank to using the ATM to even using your phones to using anything that deals with most electrical gadgets.
Okay.
You're using that, you're into that IT process. You understand? You may not even know when you're using something related to IT. You understand? The ATM machines you use to withdraw cash, the POS, those are all programs that are coded by those are all programs that are coded by um, IT people. You understand? So to me, I feel information technology is our world today. It's what we're going to, it's what we're living in for today. You understand? So it's basically everything. Without it,
Okay, Fred, it seems your network is currently fluctuating, or probably you are having a network interruption. Please move to a better.
can you hear me?
Fred. Yes, I can hear you now. It seems your network was uh, let's ensure our network is stable. Okay. All right,
I do know.
you can continue from where you were.
So I, like I said earlier on, I said basically let me try to go outside the gates if I would have a better signal there.
Okay.
You guys should go back. I'm sorry. Issues we have in Nigeria, signal issues. Back.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Going. All right, sorry. So, like I said, it's all about the world we live in today. When it comes to information technology, all we do revolves around it. And without it, I don't think life would really be as fun as it is as of now. So, I think it's everything.
Okay. 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 That's great. That's great. So I would like to ask you
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. I would like to ask you also a very personal question as well. Hello, can you hear me? So also, I would like to ask you a
All right,
personal question.
feel free.
A personal question. In what aspect of information technology do you play a major role currently now?
I'm into coding, web design. I'm a web
Okay,
developer, and
okay,
I think for that, we have different aspects which we'll all know, and I'm into partially. I would say partially because I don't do it often. It's editing of pictures and that's graphics. You understand? So, but I'm not really deep into graphics. I'm still like working on it, but I'm deeply into web design for now.
okay, okay. That's good. So tell us the aspect of web design that comes into play when it comes to information technology.
Yeah. Okay. Let's work with your normal even. Okay. Let's not say because I think maybe the platform. Are you using your system to make this call or it's your phone?
No, I'm using a mobile phone.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I said I'm using a mobile phone. Yes, that's what
Are
I'm
you there?
using. Yes, I can hear you.
Man, signal.
Your network is probably having an issue.
Okay.
Mr.
Okay.
Binifred,
You're
I'm
using a
using
mobile phone, so I
yes.
guess probably you're not using your. Okay. Okay. So
Mr. Binifred is currently having a hard time with his network. I hope he
okay.
gets fixed on
So I
time.
guess you're using the app version of it,
Yes,
of
I'm using the
Facebook.
app. Yes, yes. Yes, Mr. Binifred, that's what I'm currently using. So, Mr.
But
Binifred,
you're also aware Facebook also have the web app. Use your Google Chrome or maybe um
okay, we are having an issue with Mr. Binifred's network. His network is currently fluctuating. I hope he gets that fixed. Uh, our next guest, which will be joining us, is Mr. Azuka from all the way from United States. Is a web developer. Is into website management and all that. He's an IT person, and he's called. Oh, Mr. Azuka, how are you doing?
Hello.
I I know the network in US is far far better than some other networks out there. So please, let's make it strong.
No, I'm not in US, man. I'm in the UK.
Okay, you're in UK. All right. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about the topic information technology. In what role has information technology really played in our lives today, in our society today? Has it really been of a major impact or a major transformation, or has it just been like a normal life which everyone has dabbled into?
Well, first of all, let me introduce myself to your guest and everybody watching. My name is Chekuse Azuka, and I'm an SEO consultant and an IT personnel. So I also code website, and I run Jack Media Technology. So we help businesses who wants to take their business online and all. So that aside that, but talking about information technology has really changed the world. Like it took everyone as a storm. Or currently, information technology has really done a lot in aspect of healthcare. You can name it, even in the military and all that. But in all the terms, technology really changed the way we do businesses, the way we interact with people, and all that. So I'll say it's been a big thing for everyone, and for the industry, it's really really good.
Okay, all right. That's great. That's great. Thank you for the awesome introduction. That was wow. So I would like to bring another question for you, Mr. Azuka. In the what today, or let's say in the space of career which you are currently in now, in what area of information
Okay.
technology do you play a major role, and how do users relate to that? I don't know if you got me correctly.
Well, if you say how in the area I play more role in information technology, actually, I am a I'm a search engine optimization consultant and specialist. So we help businesses who want to really put their products online to their users. We help them get indexed easily and show up their products or contents on Google first page. So without information technology or without the internet as a whole, that is not possible. Before, back in the days, we used to showcase our products through magazines, newspapers, and all. But right now, everybody just, you want to put your business online, you go on Facebook and just buy ads. And that's information technology, that's putting out information to the world. So that's it. It's really, really, really good impact, and it has changed the community. It has helped businesses, even people work from home. Why? Because of information technology and because of the internet, they can work from home and not have anything to worry about.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I
Yeah,
answered your questions correctly.
yeah. That's good. That's good. So tell us about web design and how you manage your affairs.
Well, there are different aspects to web design. So web design does not just come in one aspect, but the basics of web design, like you want to learn web design, you have to know the HTML, which is the hypertext markup language. That's the basics of structuring a web page. And then also you have CSS and JavaScript to just like the shell. You have a container and then you have content inside. So HTML is like the container that holds everything together, and then the JavaScript and the CSS, which is the cascading style sheets. You can make different kind of website and the design. So basically, if anyone who wants to go into web design and who's trying to venture into that, first thing you have to learn is HTML, and that's how you can start. And it's pretty easy for everyone. And a lot of people say it's very difficult to learn coding and all. Not everyone who designs websites is a coder. That's another thing they don't know. You can design a website without knowing a single line of code. But a lot of people think it's hard and all that. But You just have to put your mind to it, and if you put your mind to it, you can really get it.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, as you're talking about those terms and the codings of, a lot of persons are going to get more confused. Like, this thing is really strange and
Okay.
all that. If web design is in this phase, no wonder so many persons uh dive away from it. So, just let's make it a little bit simple for our audience. If we have let's say
Okay.
we are going to have so many persons viewing right now who doesn't really know
Yeah.
how much to venture into having a successful, let's say, like just like the way you said that you help little businesses market their products
Yeah.
by putting them on search engines and all that. So let's
Yeah.
have an example that so many persons are thinking of how to boost their businesses and how to make a proper sale. In what aspect of information technology should they key into the more?
Well, if you're saying you want to boost your business and make sales, first of all, then you should already know you have a website, or probably you have like a Facebook page, Instagram page, and all of that social media aspect. So if you was going to boost your business and you have a website, the first thing you need to do is venture into the SEO, which is the search engine optimization. So you need to do an SEO for your website, and then if that is done, you need to do they call it the off-page SEO. Like there is difference between on-page and an off-page. On-page SEO is the SEO you do on your website to make sure your link structure are properly set up. Make sure your site doesn't have a dead link, like you click on a link and it takes you to a 404 error page and all that. And then for the aspect of the off-page SEO, you need to that's when you need to build link building to make sure that other websites and other businesses can link to your website. And if that's possible, meaning it's just like I'm telling you about the business, I'm referring you to the business. That's like a share of voice. And if other websites are linking to your website, that's also a share of voice. That is someone referring you to someone else's business. That's basically in the same term. So if you want to put your products more, or want your content to show more on the Google first page, basically, if you don't have the knowledge, you have to hire someone who can help you do that. But in terms, it's not really that difficult. It doesn't really, but then it takes time. SEO is not something you just do now and then you get the result. Now it takes like 3 to 6 months to start getting results. That's the standard time for you to take on SEO and you can get a good result from it.
So that
So I
means
don't know if
anybody.
you
Okay, so that means anybody that wants to actually do well in business must be, let's say, socially inclined. When I'm talking about socially inclined, I mean your
okay.
involvement in the social media. You must try as much as possible
Yeah.
to be hooked up fully when it comes to social media activities
That's
and all.
very, 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 very important. That's why you see most businesses they try to hire a social media influencer, someone who promotes their social media page all the time, or have someone who is dedicated to their social media page to make sure they keep up with their audience while their website is there. They use their social media to drive traffic to their website. That's another way of SEO. They call that social media optimization, SMM. So they are all almost grouped together if you put in terms.
Okay, okay, all right, nice one. So what about some group of business entities, or let's say group of business organizations? They're already in these platforms. I have my LinkedIn, I have my Facebook, I have my Twitter,
Yeah,
I have all of that structured out. But when it comes to the
okay.
right market, your right market matters a lot. You could be in
Yes,
a particular location, and if you are not in the right market, you might be getting the wrong audience all the time. So for persons who are in
correct.
those media platforms and they are not meeting up with their right market, how do you really think, what kind of network, what kind of IT process do they still need to run to meet up those to meet up with those their market demands, the ones they actually want to meet, the right audience?
Well, that is where you have to know your target audience. If you know your target audience, you can be able to do an audit of who you want to sell to, who your products are meant for. Then you can check out all the social media sites that are available to you, and then know what they are into or what is there for. Like if you're talking about Twitter now, Twitter is mainly used for support and to give out support for businesses. But then it has its own share of voice, and there are some people who doesn't, not everyone use Twitter. Some people think it's also complicated and all that. Facebook on its own, Facebook, you have a lot of old people and a little bit younger people. So it's just for you to know who your product is for, and then if you can do that, you can use all of them if you have a lot of resources to spend. Or aside that, it's just about knowing your market and then knowing your geography of where you're selling. Like in Nigeria right now, you wouldn't say there are more people on Facebook using more people in Nigeria using Facebook than Twitter, if you take the estimate. So if you're selling in Nigeria and you want to meet up with more audience, you would want to use Facebook instead of using Twitter. But then Twitter is there to giving out support and all that, rapid support, customer care issues and all. So the how do you call it? There's limitless of platforms to use. There's just a lot of platforms, but you need to do your market analysis before you can know which is best for the kind of business you run. Like me, I use more of Twitter and LinkedIn because I'm into web design and SEO. That does not mean there are no customers on Facebook, but because there are a lot of professionals who, if I want to talk about SEO, I know these people are already professionals and they can easily give me the response I want, and I can easily convince them in terms of doing business than trying to convince someone from Facebook. So it just depends on the individual and the kind of business you run.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. So our viewers at home, we have heard from Mr. Zuka currently. He said that you have to know your market audience very well. You cannot compare the kind of growth that is happening on Facebook or Instagram for a particular business to rate that same growth for yours. Some
Yeah,
persons used to get this thing wrong. Like this guy is doing very well on his Instagram media handle. Why is it that my Facebook is not growing? So that could be
it's not. Yeah, that's
that could
true.
be the audience, right?
Yes,
Okay. So that
because
means
different platforms have different functions. Like on Facebook, you can easily share, like on Instagram, it's not that easy to share. If you're sharing on Instagram, they recently added the share option, but you're sharing maybe to your timeline or to someone's inbox. Whereas on Facebook, if you're sharing, it's going to your public timeline where everyone sees it. So if you're weighing your options, you have to know which is going to bring you more audience, and not just the audience. You're not after an audience, you're after the people who are ready to purchase or who are ready to patronize your business. So you will have to make the research. The market research is very, very, very important. Without the market research, you can't just go and start doing business and it's not going to go well.
oh, great.
So you can say SEO is also in terms of marketing. You can also say it's marketing because they work more with the marketing industry.
Okay, nice one. So, what kind of advice do you have for the new business starters, people who are actually new in business, but they really want to build a strong network. They really want to build a stronger connection. They really want to meet people. What kind of advice do you have for them, and in what terms of IT do you think they should venture into?
Well, it's all depending on the kind of business and the individual that is involved in it. Like currently, I'm into web design, but right now I'm moving away from web design and I'm going into blockchain technology. because blockchain technology in the next 10 years is going to be bigger than, let's say, bigger, very, very big. It's going to be massive. And a lot of people are not looking into that aspect right now. But someone who wants to venture into this, you just have to know what you want, and you need to do a lot of research. It never stops, because Google keeps bringing out new updates every week, sometimes every month. So you need to stay on trend. You need to follow up what's working. You might have an information now, and 1 month later, it's no longer working. So you need to keep doing your research, and keep updating your skills. That's it. It just takes perseverance and dedication. Because I have been into SEO for how long now? More than 8 years. So it's not been easy. A lot of downtime, up times, and all. So they just need to research, and put their mind into it if that's what they really want to do. It can be
Okay.
frustrating sometimes. You can see maybe you have a page and someone is not acknowledging you, but you just need to continue, because the day you stop, that's the day you give up. Maybe the next day, that's when you start getting more, you start getting more followers or something, but you just stop, you give up, and that's it.
Yeah,
So
because
you need to be focused.
I get that point correctly, because I was discussing with a friend sometime last year. She was actually growing a page. The page was doing so well, and she was so overwhelmed about it that even business used to contract her to push their content uh, for them on our platform. So she has been doing that, and she has been getting a lot of applause from it. So, but recently our engagement dropped, our responses dropped.
Mhm.
People that were following her, a lot of people started going, a lot of people started, I don't know. So she was like, what's happening to this account? Could it be that my village people are now working with me? So for now, I understand that it takes a lot of perseverance, it takes a lot of push, it takes a lot of endurance.
Yes, because like
Because
I said,
sometimes,
I just spoke about updates. I just spoke about updates. Not only Google do updates, even the Facebook, Instagram, they all update their services all the time, and then they give you the way they rate each content. If you have a content on your page and probably in the first 3 or 4 hours it doesn't get enough of impression, they just push your page down to the algorithm. The algorithm sees it as less interactive content. So they want you to keep putting out content, but not just putting out content, putting out original content that are yours, content that are unique. Like they say, in anything you do in the internet world, content is king.
mm,
Content is king. That means if you have the content which people are looking for, it doesn't matter how many followers you have on your page, people will find it. People will find it, and you get all the impressions you're looking
okay. So what I'm trying to say in all essence is that that young lady really needs to really work on her content again. It could be that
for. Yes,
the
she
glory
needs
she
to
has
work
been
on her
using
content.
before. It could be that the glory she has been using before, or let me say the
Yeah,
strategy
and
she has
then
been
they
using
updated their
before has,
algorithm.
yeah, they've left that
Yes,
stage.
they left
Okay.
it like since then. So she just have to update and see what's happening. Check out the updates they've done in the past few weeks, the past few months, and she'll know what happened, why her impression and all that drop. Because I do have a page that I manage that has almost 21,000 followers, but then I do a lot of trial by error, because if you want to get a result, and when they're doing all these their updates, you need to test it. And if you don't have a platform to test it with, then you wouldn't know what is happening. So I have a lot of pages that I used to test what is happening and all. And I have some pages that are growing very well. They're very young pages, maybe 1,000 followers, and you see before a month you have 5,000, 6,000. And then I have another page that has 21,000 followers, but there's little or no impression or engagement on it. But you see people are viewing, but they're not commenting. You just, what is happening? But I have a lot of followers. Why are they not commenting? Imagine you have a community of 21,000 people, but you post and they don't even comment. It's like, oh, the world has fallen on me. So you just have to know how to spark. You just have to know how to relate with your audience. If you know who your audience are, then it is easier for you to relate with them and get what you need from them. That's another thing.
Okay.
And then you need to be visible. You need to show yourself to your audience more. Unlike you're hiding behind, and then you're trying to talk to people. They don't know you, but they are trying to relate with you. But if they know you more, then they can connect with you even more, and then you can get all the comments you're looking for and the shares and all.
So are you saying that these content creators, like those guys that are into the what's it called, the fashion industry, the music industry, are you saying that they are having so much engagement because they interface with their audience often at time when it
That's
comes to?
it, because people see them, people know who they are. It's not like someone who's just one keyboard warrior or keyboard warrior is staying behind the keyboard and just typing. So people don't, they move past that. They move past that gradually. And if you're not able to show yourself to your audience, I think maybe in the next future you wouldn't even be having likes and all that. I think that's where we're going now.
Okay, we get that straight. All right, thank you very much. Our viewers out there, you could hit the
Yeah, you're
comment
welcome.
section. Yeah. Okay. All right. Our
I said
viewers
you
out
are
there,
welcome.
please. Okay, please. This Mr. Zuka speaking with us all the way from UK. Please, he's a tech analyst. He's into web designs. He knows much when it comes to ITs and all that. And also, our co-host, Mr. Obinifred, is also in the comment section. Please feel free to drop whatever comment you want to ask. Are you a person who wants to go into a particular business and you've been finding it difficult? You've been kind of wondering, how do you build your network chain? In what aspect do you really need to work on more? What kind of social media do you need to connect people? Feel free to let us know in the comment section. Tell us the kind of businesses you want to venture into. Tell us the kind of things you've tried before and it has not worked. And right on this live program, we would talk about it and help you out on how you could.
We'll be able to solve that dilemma.
Yeah, so it's free. It's free. You are not paying for any of our services. So currently we are making it free this time around. So please feel free to join this program. Say whatever you want to say in the comments as regards to IT. What we want to do here is to offer you service, to think of how to make your business grow better, to think of how to build a larger community,
Grow.
a better network and all that. So feel free to drop your comments in the comment section. All right, thank you very much. So, Mr. Azuka, let me get straight back at you now. Thank you very much for your
Okay.
contributions and all that. We are so much overwhelmed. It's been nice having you. So, moving forward, we will be throwing more
It's been
questions
nice
at
being
you.
here too.
Yeah, moving forward, we'll be throwing much questions at you. So, please, do not feel too bothered to answer some questions. You know, some questions can be very
I'm,
funny.
I'm, I'm always here to answer any of your questions.
All right. Thank you very much. So, this takes us to our next segment in this program. Mr. Azuka, if peradventure two businesses are trying to collaborate, like you have these two businesses that are trying to, but the two businesses, they are not totally into same field. Let's have an example. Maybe somebody who is into a fashion industry. I see some other persons
Okay.
who is into a music industry, but it's trying to collaborate with this other business to see how it can use the let's say the market audience of this particular person, because in one way or the other, whether you're a music producer or you are an artist and all that, you put on clothes. You currently
Yeah,
need
that's true.
data when it comes to the fashion world and all that. How do you really trying to relate these two persons, and what kind of collaboration can they do in the IT world that would make a better business for them?
Well, when you're collaborating businesses, first of all, you have to need a legal advisor. And if you
Okay.
get that out of the way, you're talking about the music industry and then the what again? Music industry and the fashion industry. They almost go together. Like musicians always want to dress swagalicious and all that. So if you're a fashion designer and then you want to sell more of your brand and you want to sell more of your products, you can collaborate with a musician who you first of all it has to start from communication. You have to know if this musician or if this business is the right business for you to partner with, because not you're not how do I put it now? You're not comfortable with everyone. Not everyone you want to be in your business. even if they have all the money they want, it's not everyone you want to bring in to partner into your business. So it all goes back to seeking a legal advice, and then checking the structure of the other business, and then before you can't just dive into partnership. Partnership is not easy because after getting into it and you want to go out, there might be a lot of problems, legal issues and all that. So you have to seek a legal advice. I'm not a legal advisor, so I cannot really say much about it. But there are numerous ways you can connect your business together with other people's business. You just need to know they have the audience you're looking for, and then not just having the audience, and make sure those audience really, really, really need your products or your services, and then you can easily um, go take the next go step.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I used to have one person, a friend of mine. He was currently confused on a business which he should go into. So when we trash all that out, so he was a kind of asking that currently I have all this settled, I have this budget settled, but how do I get the right audience? Like, let me take for an example somebody who is into marketing phones, it sells phones and all that. Is actually a new
Okay?
comma. Let's say a new business comma into the business world. So
So the
he
space.
yeah. So he wants to understand how to get a proper audience. When I mean a proper audience, I don't mean physically. I mean network wise. When it comes to social medias and all that. So he was asking me what kind of platform should he build? What kind of connection can you really get if you should build those platforms? So I said maybe probably when I meet you today, we'll probably trash that out.
Well, if you're talking about a mobile phone business,
Mm,
basically everyone on Facebook are using the mobile phone. So everyone wants to upgrade on their mobile phone. So you can be on Facebook, you can be on Instagram, not even Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. That's two big markets that he can go into. But then he needs to have content. You can't just have those social media platforms without having a content. So anyone who wants to really build a business need to have a content calendar. If
mm,
you have a content calendar, you wouldn't be stressed about, oh, what am I posting tomorrow? What am I posting? So if you have a content calendar, you can really step your foot over there and make sure you keep giving them the right content. So if you're marketing phones, you should know what kind of phones you have, what kind of phones are you selling, what can my phone do. A lot of people are looking for phones, high-end phones that they can play a lot of mobile games on and all. Some are just looking for phones they can use to call. So it's all depending on the kind of phones you sell, and then the kind of business you want to build, or audience you want to build for it. And then you can also use hashtags. Hashtags are also a good way to look for the right audience, because
mm.
you know what people are talking about when you um, check out those hashtags. You can see what communication is going on there. So you can easily get the right people from using hashtag. And also, you can buy ads. If you're just starting, you can buy ads, but then a lot of people don't like the idea of buying ads when they're just starting up. But then if you're ready to spend the money, you can make back your money in less time. Just you have the right content, the right audience. With ads, you can just get the right audience, the people you're looking for. And that's a good way to go about it.
Okay, you said you can try that on Facebook and Twitter, right?
Yeah, Facebook and Twitter does, and then use the hashtags. If you're starting up with new pages, you need to use hashtags to create awareness. That's the best way you're going to create awareness, using hashtags.
You're using hashtags. Okay, okay, that's nice. That's nice. So what about the older folks out there? Let's say our parents who actually are not too IT inclined. Every parents will always want to do better, even if they are getting older. They will want
Yeah, that's true.
to associate more with the developing community. So let's say parents out there who actually is trying to build a network. It couldn't be maybe just a business, maybe building a stronger network for interactions and all that, so that when there is a right business, they could also pitch it in. What can they do on that?
I
Hello?
didn't get that. Can you go over that again? Your
Okay,
network.
okay. I was talking about older phones like our parents and all that. A lot of them love
Yeah.
mobile technologies and all that. But often at times they get so frustrated when you want to get some things done on a particular platform and you are having issues. You can't expect you can't compare your relationship with your mobile devices and how you interact with your audience to when your own dad wants to do that. It's there's a little bit barrier to
That's
some
true.
extent because of the level of communications and all that. So what kind of advice can you give to them on how they could grow themselves when it comes to IT?
Well, it's all goes back to studying. Like you know the kind of device you have, and then you know because it's just like having a gun and then you don't know how to use it. You need to know what kind of phone you have. Your phone is your weapon. In IT, your phone can do literally anything if you know what you have. So yeah, all about researching and knowing the kind of device they have, and then if they want to get connections, you have to also know the kind of connections you're looking for. Facebook, yes, Facebook have a lot of old folks who use the platform, business people. But then if you're looking for more IT inclined connection, I think you have to be on LinkedIn because basically everyone who's on LinkedIn, or let's say 80 to 90% of LinkedIn users are professional, or at least they say they are professional. So if you're looking to build a professional connection in IT, you should be on LinkedIn and also Twitter. Twitter also has a lot of programmers and all you can ever ask for. So if you want to build connection for future business or whatever, you can go on Twitter and LinkedIn for IT professionals. Then for other businesses, you can go on Facebook and also Instagram. But moreover, you just have to know what your business is and then what people are saying about those businesses on different social media platforms. That's another way to qualify and know where to really start from. But then you have to
Oh,
start from somewhere. But that starting point is research and studying more on what you want.
okay. So that goes to we the young folks as well, right? Young folks who
Yes,
want to venture into web design, know a lot of codings
graphic
and all
design,
that.
whatever, you can get that from Twitter and LinkedIn. And
Okay,
then some other pages on Facebook, but LinkedIn is the go-to.
okay. So for the younger folks, when it comes to uh, let's say getting yourself inclined in the IT world, when it comes to knowing a little bit, let's say a part of it, currently now you know some part of it when it comes to web design, graphics design, and all that. You know some part of it. A lot of
Yeah,
persons are watching right now, and they might be motivated by these terms like man, it's really good for me to learn graphics and web design. What kind of advice can you give to those guys out there on how they can start? One of the major issue we have in life is starting at first. We're finding so
that's
much
true.
disturb to start a particular program. So, but when you started, you
That's true.
can probably kick off. So, currently now as you're talking now, so many persons might be motivated like, man, I really want to learn programming, I want to learn coding, I want to learn web design, I want to be a graphics analyst and all that. So many persons will be motivated in that terms. But what kind of advice can you give to them on how they can start and how they can time their life so that they will build a stronger IT in themselves?
Well, anyone who wants to go into IT and has no IT background should basically can start from YouTube because
Okay.
YouTube you can get all manner of tutorials and all that. And then there are other apps where you can learn coding just from your phone. You can also learn how to design websites from your phone with having these apps on your phone. Some are HTML, and when you're done, they give you the certification. Like there's one certification I took. I did HTML, how to just mock up language. from an app on my phone, and then they gave me a certification and I printed it out. So you can go on YouTube, you can have all these manner of apps on your phone to show you how to structure code and all that. But if you want more in-depth information, like a real course, like you're going to school to learn this stuff online, you have to be on LinkedIn. But the LinkedIn, you have to pay the monthly subscription to have access to all their courses. But the good thing is you can have your first month for free. So you can just sign up and then take advantage of the first month premium, and then you have unlimited number of different courses to learn from, different programming languages, different mock-up languages. But then the advice I'll give to the new folks who are coming into the industry who wants to really go into programming, I'll tell them to go into how they call it, the what they call this now, blockchain technology. Because right now a lot of people, you hear about cryptocurrencies. Maybe I'm going outside of the question, but it's very important. You talk about cryptocurrencies, talk about Bitcoin and all that. These currencies are here to stay, and you see a lot of countries now, they're trying to do away with their paper currency and start using cashless. Even Nigeria wanted to start doing the cashless and all that. Now people are building apps that does a lot of things on this blockchain. And why blockchain programming or blockchain technology is really nice, because it is decentralized. Like you can have your own website now. It uses a central database, and the government can shut it down at any time. Even when it's your property, it's like someone coming to destroy your home. It can also happen on the internet space. But if you're building or you're writing your code on top of the blockchain, no one can take it down because it's not on a server. It's basically scattered all over different platforms. Different people have the code on their phone now. It's now in 2020, blockchain development is one of the top paid career right now all over the world. And if you can get your hand to learn or whatever you can, in the next 3 to 5 years, you will be. It's a massive thing. It's a massive good information to have. So anyone who wants to go into programming or web design or graphic design, I'll say start from YouTube, join different groups, go on Twitter, look for different programmers, and they're very, very happy to teach you or put you into the right direction. And then try to have a group where you can talk to people about your code, if you're having issues, and then try to set a priority for yourself, and then try to measure your performance, so that you know you're not just doing for doing sake, and you know you have a target and why you're doing it. But in all sincerity, you have to come into the programming and world with high level of optimism, or how they call it here. You need to have that mindset that I can do anything.
All right. That's great. That's great. That was awesome. That was awesome. I personally have learned a lot from that. But you currently now you made mention of some things that actually would frighten older folks. Let me say older folks, when you're talking about the blockchain, the cryptocurrency, and the rest of them. Yes, is actually a development, and it's currently where the world is going into. But the other folks won't take that likely, because I used to have a lecturer friend who would tell me that, okay, when you are talking about cryptocurrency, keep it to yourself. Oh, you want to scam me, Abi? A lot of persons, a lot of persons, a lot of persons, a lot of persons. A lot of persons have actually abused the what's it called, the cryptocurrencies, have abused the use of it and all that to defraud so many persons. So
Yeah.
once, according to them, they say once beaten, twice shy. So when you tell them that, man, this thing is actually where we are going to currently now, so many persons are going to object towards that. They'll tell you, man, if it's not real cash, I'm not doing. You understand? If it's not real cash, you see so many businesses, so many persons who want to trade businesses. They will tell you, are you selling in cash, or are you do you want, what do you want to exchange with? Do you want to do so? Man, I want to use crypto to sell. I say no, I'm not buying, because they don't know how valid, they don't know how real it is, because of
That's what
how
scares a lot of people.
how boys have used it to hustle. You understand? Sorry to use that term
That's
anyway.
true.
So what can you really say to let's say, let's not go to the older folks right now. Let's go to the normal to the young guys, the younger folks. When it comes to blockchain technology, what do you really think, what can you really say they can get out of it? You currently introduced it now, and so many persons will be wondering in the background section, what's this guy saying? So I want you to probably hit more on that. Let everybody get clear about blockchain, and which aspects can they really, I've mentioned it now. So many persons will be saying, okay, how do I come in and all that? So for starters and all that, I would want you to probably split your explanation a little bit, so that they could probably get it straight. What is blockchain? How currently is going to impact, and how you can probably start and all that in an IT world.
Well, basically, blockchain is, in all simple terms, is just like a decentralized database. Now, what is a decentralized database? It means it doesn't lie on just one system. Like your phone can be a database. Now, Facebook is a website and is hosted on a database, but it is a central database, meaning now you're browsing your Facebook, you need to get information, and you click the link. It's going to go directly to the Facebook server to get whatever information you're looking for. And if the server is down, you can't get any response. But the blockchain is a decentralized database, meaning if you're programming on blockchain, whatever code you deploy is not just in a central data, is in data all over the space. It's in your phone, it's in my phone, and nobody can tamper with it. It's almost hack proof. It's 99% hack proof, meaning someone cannot just hack into your own data and change information. No, it's only you that can change information. And if you're changing an information, the other people on the network has to validate that you are the one who's changing the information. So programming in blockchain, like the cryptocurrencies being around the world now, if you're linking blockchain to cryptocurrencies, it helps you in a lot of ways. It helps you send money from around the world in just minutes. Like before, if we was going to send money to the US or to the UK, we first have to go to the bank and fill a form, or maybe use the Western Union, or try to do a bank transfer that would take 2 days. But now people will write a line of code using the blockchain technology, and they can just take a Bitcoin and then change it into a fiat, a decentralized currency, which are other thousands of different cryptocurrencies now. And in less than a few minutes, you have your money in your wallet in other countries. And the good thing about blockchain, or should I say, is the bad side of it, once you put in information there, you can't delete it. You can never tamper with it. No one can delete it. It's there forever. If you put in the wrong information, then you have to start all over again, because it can't be deleted. So in terms of the people who wants to go into it, it's really good. In the future is big. Even currently in 2020 is one of the most demanded skills. If you go on LinkedIn, 2020 blockchain is, if you have skill in blockchain, then you can get job anywhere from working from your home. Or you can also start a project by yourself. Look at a lot of different coins that came out this year, last year. They're already $1 million projects, or they're just on blockchain. So blockchain gives you the leverage to write simple code by using other codes that are already there. You just see how the codes are structured, and then you can build your own smart contracts in finance, in analytics. You can use blockchain to do basically anything. So I don't know if I'm being able to educate your users on that, but then if they want to learn more about it, they can just Google the blockchain technology and then have a little information for themselves. But blockchain is not just, it's not like a programming language or whatever, but it's a decentralized database where files are hardly tampered with and it's 99% hack-proof.
Okay, okay. Blockchain. I know so many persons would want to Google that right now and see more about it. That's fun. Okay, they could probably check it out to know more for themselves. That's right. So just like you mentioned in between when you're talking about how you can use cryptocurrencies to do transaction and all that. Just like as I will tell you again, so many persons are still very skeptical when it comes to this blockchain technology and crypto use
Yeah,
of.
yeah, but one more thing, yeah. The fact that you're programming in blockchain does not mean you have to use Bitcoin, but then the blockchain helps you, is like a smart contract, helps you. It's all about finance, takes money from one place to the other using the Bitcoin or the Ethereum. And then even with the blockchain, you can even create your own Bitcoin. Using the sample of the Bitcoin code, you can create your own Bitcoin. So you can do anything you want to do as a personal project or individual project, or you want to just learn the skill and work for people who are already into the project. Like even if it PayPal is now trying to go into crypto. So
Okay.
everybody now, they're going into crypto. The dollar is falling. Why? Because a lot of people are taking their money out of the normal currency and putting in the crypto and gold and all that. So the new revolution that is now is about cryptocurrencies. Everyone is dealing in cryptocurrencies. I know it might not be as big over there in Nigeria because of the scams and all that, but man, blockchain is the next revolution that is coming into tech. The way it handles information, you can use it for ledger, it is the next revolution of tech. That's just it.
Okay, that's good. So viewers, you've heard from Mr. Azuka. Please feel free, keep on writing in the comment section. Maybe you have issues, you have areas of businesses which you want to be enlightened more. He's right here and he will be leaving very soon. So please feel free to use this opportunity to get out something meaningful, improve greatly when it comes to your business, and you will not regret it. So, Mr. Azuka, just like as I will be clear to you, every older folks, when you tell them, man, you have to involve yourself in blockchain if you want to build a stronger IT now because of the way global economy is probably evolving and all that. So many persons are going to say,
Mhm.
yeah, did you get me straight?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So many persons are still going to have this mindset that there are so much scam on it. We can't deviate that fact that so many persons do scams on this thing. But how can you an upcoming who actually want to go into blockchain and all that, maybe want to go into crypto, purchase of cryptocurrencies and all that, you really have this finance and you want to go into it. As an upcoming, if you don't want to be asmarted in the business, or
In
let's
the
say
industry.
let's say in that fair, how do you try as much as possible to centralize your yourself when it comes to that new business? It's not really an easy thing for you to be investing. I know so many persons who invest millions of dollars in this cryptocurrency, even Nigerians as well who invest. So it's not easy to invest on a particular thing which is just mobile. It's not physical. So many persons still have this difficulty. So for starters, what kind of encouragement, or what kind of area can you really encourage them on how they can probably start up?
Well, if you say that, there are different ways. Like you say, cryptocurrencies, you can be a trader or you can be a developer. If you're a developer, you don't need to even trade. People trade because of you, because you're writing softwares that can help them improve on their trading and all that. So if you're a developer, you don't need to be trading. You make even more money as a developer than even when you trade, because you're writing a code that helps someone do a contract online, and a lot of thousands of people are using it, or you build a coin and thousands of people want to buy the coin. Your coin can go from a few cents or a few naira to 1 billion naira in the next day just for developing something. But I go through some new cryptos or some new currencies. They call it the DeFi, which is decentralized currencies. That's the future of money in this coming next revolution. The decentralized currencies. There's no central bank. You're like the central bank of yourself. If you are able to buy crypto from, there are a lot of platforms you can buy from. Maybe the one that is easily accessed in Nigeria now, you can say there's Binance, and then I think there's Luno. You can just buy your crypto and you have it in your phone. You have your money in your phone wherever you want to go. You can travel with more than $10,000. You can take more than $10,000 out of Nigeria. But then you can basically take millions of dollars out of Nigeria using crypto, and no one is going to ask you any questions. So you see, finance now is moving. And why I know a lot of people are scared because once your money is gone, it's gone. There's no refund in cryptocurrency. So if you're sending anyone money, you make sure you have the right address. And then it also keeps your private information, because if you're sending someone money, you don't need to put your name, your date of birth, your address, and all that. You just need some line of code. Just that's it. You receive the money in less than a few minutes. So I know a lot of people are still scared, but for myself, this is my own personal view. I would rather have all my money in crypto than have it in the dollar or even in naira. Why? Because I feel more safe having my money in crypto. I have the power to my money in my hands. I can take it anywhere I want to. I can do whatever I want to do with it. If I need the paper money, I just go there and sell some, whichever amount I want. And that's it. I'm going on with life. Most of the programmers I work with in Nigeria, when I pay them with crypto. I don't even like saying, oh, I want to give you naira. I give you crypto, and then you look for a way to sell it. That's also in my own part trying to promote it to them. And some of them have not even used it before, but I try to get them to understand how it works and all that. But the beauty about the crypto and the Bitcoin and all that is that you have your money with you. No one can tell you, or no one can close your account or dormant your account and all that. You're your central bank, you're your accountant, you're everything. The finance lies with you. A lot of people who goes into the trading aspect of it, yeah, they make a lot of money. They also make losses. You only make loss when you're not smart. Or should I say when you're not smart? But then it happens. It happens, but that doesn't mean we should just write out the whole. Even when you're using the paper cash, people still scam you. You still send money from your account to other people and they still scam you. So there's scam in all the systems. But they're still building more privacies as time goes on. They're building more privacies to the crypto. That is why they are looking for blockchain developers every time and every day. That is why the market is so big right now.
All right, thank you very much. So, Mr. Azuka, if I get you correctly, all you've been saying when it comes to crypto, when it comes to guys trying to build a stronger IT, that they should try as much as possible to venture into blockchain technology, because
Blockchain technology, that's it.
that's where the world is actually going into now. Okay, yeah. So that is nice. It's good having you. So before you go, Mr. Azuka, what kind of advice do you have for every other viewers out there when it comes to IT in one word? What kind of advice do you have for them?
Well, I'll tell them to keep researching, because IT is all about research, and then not just research. You have to do it, and test, because you're done with your research, then you have to put it into work. Do your research and put it into work, and then try to partner with other people too, like someone who is also in coding and you're into coding. It's easier for both of you to get along and try to build something together. The more you build stuff together, the more you're able to know your potentials and then what you can do. That's a little I can say for now.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Azuka. It was nice having you. So our viewers, Mr. Azuka will be in the comment section just to so that if you want to ask questions, if you have issues regarding how to build a stronger IT, a stronger network, the kind of currencies which you can probably trade in and be very safe, Mr. Azuka will be in the comment section just to guide you. He's still very much available. We are not losing him now. So although he's going to be out now because this program is ending in a short while. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Azuka. It was a
You're
nice
welcome. Thank you
day.
for having me.
It was a pleasure having you, and we are grateful. We look forward to see more of you and more of this training from you. Please, where can we? What kind of social media handles can we reach you, our viewers out there, if they want to get
Well,
information?
anyone who wants to find me on social media, you can just get me on my LinkedIn. You can just search for Azuka Chekuse or just linkedin.com/AzukaC, and then you can get me on LinkedIn. I
Okay.
prefer to communicate more on LinkedIn because it's easier for me to. I spend more of my time being on Facebook and all that.
Okay. All right.
So
Thank you
it's
very much, Mr.
linkedin.com/page/AzukaC.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Azuka, for joining us. Please,
Thank
viewers,
you for having me.
you've heard him. He will be right in the comment section to reply comments and all that. Thank you very much, Mr. Azuka, and please do have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, viewers, thank you very much for having us today. We've been talking about the impact of IT in our global world today. Actually, IT have really, really impacted. Currently, now we have moved from just the paper currencies to the blockchain technology, where you could also invest your currencies and all that, and also do well when it comes to finances. So many businesses are going into the blockchain and all that. I'm not disputing that fact that so many persons have ventured into it. It's a really nice platform. So feel free to keep on with us on this program. We host our program every Saturday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And it's nice having you guys. We look forward to having more of you. We'll be in the comment section to reply all questions. If you want to venture into any business, or you have maybe an ongoing platform, or you want to build a network and you are having difficulties and all that, feel free to drop all of that in the comment section. Let's guide you straight at it, and you'll be standing up straight as strong as you could. Thank you very much. It's been a nice day having you guys. Until we meet again next week, my name is Ole Justice Emiko, and I'm your host. Thank you. Do have a lovely weekend.